Now that we got my boy Tengen in the game, we have 5 Hashira. Yes, 5. I'm counting Sakonji Urokodaki even though he's a past Hashira. So we have Sakonji, Giyu, Shinobu, Rengoku, and Tengen. Now, so right now, Tengen is a very fun character, and he's my favorite Hashira in the anime and the game right now. But we're gonna put fun aside, and we're gonna see which Hashira are the best when it comes to skill. So first, we're gonna go over Hashira versus Hashira. For example, Tengen versus Rengoku, which character is better. And then, in the second part of this video, we're gonna go over which character is better against the overall roster. So basically, higher on the tier list. So Tengen versus the Flame Hashira, Rengoku. I put Rengoku first because I think Tengen kind of destroys Rengoku. Yeah, Rengoku can keep up in speed, like when it comes to dash speed, but Rengoku's skills are pretty terrible. His Blazing Universe is okay, it's pretty good for neutral, but his Flame Tiger is extremely punishable, especially at a higher level of gameplay. So Tengen has a faster dash than Rengoku, and when it comes to stats, they're pretty even, right? So they both take 1.15 damage. Rengoku does more damage to Tengen, but I feel like Tengen outplays Rengoku so much. He's so quick. Tengen can punish his opponents so easy and so fast. So Rengoku being so punishable, Tengen excels at one of Rengoku's biggest weaknesses. As a Rengoku player, you're probably not going to be throwing out random specials, but if you miss anything, you're definitely going to get punished if you're fighting Tengen. You miss a grab, you take 30 seconds to recover, bro. You're just standing there like a statue. And if you see Rengoku's Blazing Universe coming, you can definitely push block and do a heavy. It's way easier with Tengen because Tengen's heavy isn't as dangerous as most other characters, and it has longer range. And it's fast. Tengen's heavy attack is very, very reliable, and most times after a Blazing Universe, it's probably going to be a Flame Tiger coming after you too. And it's even worse for Rengoku that Tengen has such a great heavy attack and great damage with just 2 meters and a heavy attack. And if you're low on health and you can't heavy attack, then you can jump out the way and dash in. Of course, it's not going to be that easy like I just said it, but you have the tools necessary to get the job done. Some characters literally can't punish some of the most punishable characters as well because they have bad neutral or they have slow dashes or even both. I know we probably got some hardcore Rengoku fans listening. Look, I love Rengoku, the character in the anime, and he's fun to play in the game. But going up against Tengen, Rengoku would not be my first pick. Now before we get into Tengen versus Sakonji Urokodaki, if you like great Demon Slayer content, make sure you hit that sub button and that bell notification so you know when I drop them bangers. Bangers like these. Alright, so now Tengen versus the old water Hashira, Urokodaki. Alright, first thing first, the glaring problem is speed. Level 1 dash compared to level 3 dash is such a huge difference. Urokodaki has a level 1 dash. He's one of the slowest characters in the game. His knees are definitely showing age when it comes to running because his dash speed is not it. And you wouldn't think it's such a huge problem, but in game, dash speed is very, very important, especially when it comes to fighting demons. So in combination of having a better dash and a slightly better tilt skill, because I think Tengen's strength performance is slightly better than Urokodaki's water wheel. Strength performance is a little bit more punishable, yes, but I definitely think it's worth it overall. So with those two things in mind, I will give Tengen better neutral than Urokodaki. And even with the recovery time that Tengen needs to be safe on his tilt scale, since Urokodaki is so slow, it will be a little bit harder to punish him than a regular character, you know, because he's so slow, even though he has water wheels sometimes, but that's not 100% guaranteed punish. When it comes to skills, I think Tengen's skills are better. I think Urokodaki's chops are pretty much useless. Like I said, strength performance is better than a water wheel in my opinion. And waterfall basins, just, you know, who's gonna catch you with a raw waterfall basin? That's good for combos. And if Urokodaki ever does the double thing that he does, like if he can do a double water wheel or a double waterfall basin, if he ever does it and you're blocking it, you can do the same thing that I showed you can do to Rengoku. Push block, heavy attack. Now I'm gonna give you one thing which may be obvious. Urokodaki has so much health, and Tengen is not really a big damage dealing character. He can do some good damage, especially on red combo meters, but overall, it will take a lot longer to kill Urokodaki. And since Urokodaki does good damage, great damage actually, and Tengen's damage multiplier is 1.15, you can possibly kill Tengen with 2 combos using Urokodaki. So you definitely have to play it safe when playing with Tengen, but I think you can definitely outplay Urokodaki. So I think Tengen is definitely winning the Urokodaki versus Tengen matchup. But I am curious to know what you think, so you let me know what you think as we go along in the video. Now we have to get to one of my favorite Hashira in the whole anime and manga of Demon Slayer, Giyu Tomioka, the water Hashira. Now Giyu's biggest weakness is the same as Urokodaki. Yeah, his sensei. It makes sense, right? The slow level 1 dash, he's just too slow to compete with Tengen in speed. And people used to tell me Giyu doesn't need a fast dash because his water wheel is so fast. He has the best water wheel. But that isn't true. Giyu's water wheel is mainly for punishing, because it gets stuffed so much. His water wheel gets stuffed over and over. Like, you can grab him out of his water wheel. Of course, you don't want to try this on purpose, but it just happens so often. So Giyu's best skill is just so inconsistent. It's too inconsistent. And his dead calm is good, sure, but you absolutely do not want to miss dead calm because it's so easy to just dash in real quick with Tengen. Like I said, Tengen is a punished master, so Tengen definitely wins the matchup against Giyu. But Giyu's quick water wheel and pretty good health pool makes him a pretty decent matchup against Tengen, but still a losing matchup in my opinion. Now we're gonna go for my favorite matchup, Shinobu. The reason this is my favorite Hashira matchup is because watching two speedsters fight is so entertaining. It's like a Dragon Ball Z fight, or watching Quicksilver fight the Flash. Like, it's super entertaining. But let's actually break down the matchup. So one of Shinobu's biggest weaknesses is her damage, right? But when she's up against people like Akaza or HK Tanjiro or Tengen, she doesn't seem as weak because they take so much damage. Now, Tengen is resistant to poison, but I feel like that doesn't really factor in that much because poison can never really carry Shinobu. Like, you can't die from poison damage. It does, you know, a decent amount of damage, but poison never carries Shinobu. Now about that damage thing, it also goes both ways, right? Tengen takes 1.15, and I think Shinobu takes 1.20, so she takes even more damage. So Tengen's damage on Shinobu just looks so good. It's great for Tengen. Everybody's damage looks great on Shinobu. Also, another strength for Shinobu is her heavy attack. She has one of the best Slayer heavy attacks in the game. But to beat her heavy attack, you need a good heavy attack yourself. And Tengen, I don't even have to say it again, he has one of the best heavy attacks in the game. So I definitely think he's beating her when it comes to that aspect. So overall, Tengen versus Shinobu, it's going to be chess. Like, they're going to have to play around a little bit, but Tengen definitely has the winning matchup in my opinion. Now, I know everybody's going to ask Tengen versus Tengen, right? I was going to skip this, but let's get into it real quick, and then let's go into the best Hashira overall. Now, I'm gonna make this one real quick. This might sound super confusing, but every single mirror match does not have the same matchup. Like, a Zenitsu might not be good on another Zenitsu, if, for example. That's just an example. But Tengen on Tengen, a Tengen is perfect for beating another Tengen in my opinion. They have the same speed, the same damage, they take the same damage. And to punish Tengen for the most part, you need a quick character. And Tengen is a quick character. He's a quick punishing character, like I said earlier. So you can punish another Tengen for messing up and making small mistakes. Even if they don't make mistakes, you can still punish them. So that's a pretty even matchup. The best Hashira to fight Tengen, I would say, is honestly Tengen. Most of the times when you see Tengen spamming tilts and spamming fireworks everywhere, look, just use your Tengen, throw your heavy out, make the end of the blade, smack him in the face, and boom, you got a red combo right there. Now, before we get into the last part of the video, that's gonna be really, really quick. Do me a favor, like the video, make sure you hit that bell notification and subscribe button. Now, is Tengen the best Hashira overall to use in the roster? So I'm gonna X two Hashira out early, simply because of one reason. Giyu and Sekonji Urokodaki, they are not the best Hashira to use, right? Simply because of speed. So going up against demons, Giyu and Urokodaki are damn near useless. They can do pretty good against Slayers, but fighting demons is a very, very, very important part of this game. When it comes to fighting demons, they're so low tier, bro. Like, you can't really punish demons that easily with Giyu and Sekonji. You can't do that much with a slow character against demons, especially passive demons like Yahaba. I mean, we can beat Yahabas, of course, because Yahaba is a bad character, but a passive Susanoo that runs a lot, a passive Akaza, you know, a Enmu, it's certain demons that they just don't fare well against because of speed. Now they have pretty good health, so that's good, but they have anti-airs to get demons out the air. Like, Giyu's assist can get demons out the air if they're in the air that long for the constant flux to reach his last hit. And I think both water wheels hit out there. I'm not sure about Giyu's, but I know Sekonji's definitely hits demons out the air. But they're still pretty bad because of speed. They can't even get that close most of the time unless you use assist. And if you use assist, now you have no escape out of a combo, all for a chance that your assist is gonna land and you can get some damage off of an assist and a combo. So now Shinobu, I think Shinobu does pretty good against Slayers, right? But she does horrible against demons. Her best matchups are Akaza and Susanoo. Thanks for Renbito, because Renbito is he's the best Shinobu man I know. And he gave me some of this information because I don't really use Shinobu. But Shinobu does horrible against demons. She has to work way too hard against zoners. They take too much of her health, right? Because she takes so much damage. and she has no anti-airs. Like, she can't get opponents out the air unless she does a heavy. But like, how can you dash under somebody and do a heavy without them reacting? None of her skills hit opponents when they're in the air. That's terrible for demons because they just float in the air and they can zone you, right? So, and it can heal up, and she has low health, so she does horrible against demons. And for her to do a good amount of damage, she needs support. But when she gives up support, she has to take all the damage if they catch her, which they will. But her best factor is her speed, which I figured before I even asked Rambito. Her speed is her best factor, because anybody with level 3 speed can somewhat do better against demons than a slow character. Now, I hate to say it because I set my heart ablaze all the time, but Rengoku is pretty low tier against Slayers in the game. He's pretty punishable. He can't cancel out anything. He takes a lot of damage, right? He has a level 2 dash. That's good. And he has pretty good neutral, but he's just too punishable. You can't cancel out of anything. He's too straightforward of a character. His damage isn't even that great, right? He has a lot of basic damage. That's why people think he has damage, but he's not even top 5 best damage characters in the game. But going up against demons is pretty good. His heavy is good against demons. All his skills hit you out the air. His heavy, his tilt, his flame tiger, and his DP for whatever reason you're gonna do a DP. But he's pretty good against demons, right? He has a good matchup. He takes a lot of damage, but he does a great amount of damage against demons. So, I think he's pretty good against demons. Now for Tengen. I think Tengen is the best Hashira to use overall. He's pretty good to use against Slayers. He can punish people quickly. He doesn't have too many bad recovery frames in most of his moves, right? Basically just the end of his tilt and his DP. He has anti-airs for demons. He's quick. He has level 3 dash against demons. He does good damage against demons. His heavy is great against most demons. For the most part, Tengen has a lot of good tools that you need against demons. Speed, anti-airs, good damage without assist, right? So I would say Tengen is the best matchup to use against demons. And overall, the point of this video, Tengen is the best Hashira. He's flashy, but he's not just flashy and weak. He's flashy and strong. He's a great character. Now, if you made it this far through the video, I really appreciate it. If you didn't make it this far, I still appreciate it. I know you didn't hear it because you're not hearing the video. Let me know your opinions. Who do you think is the best Hashira against Slayers, against demons, and overall? Let me know in the comment section below. I really love to hear your opinions. That's one of the best parts of doing YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more bangers, more Demon Slayer content, and I'm out.